Fat Bald-Sicilian, FBS. I am very grateful for Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'll tell you why. FBS created more channels than Comcast. Okay, FBS endorsed a lot of channels. He created a lot of channels, and I bet he can't count how many channels that he has helped to get monetized, and I'm one of them.
You know, and then it's not like you have no violence on your record until you're 30, and then one night you just decide to go out and kill a cop. It doesn't happen like that.
Fabricio was always a tough kid. He was a tough kid. He had a nice punch. If you hit you, he would knock you the fuck out.
I already had the position. I don't want to say boss, but that's what I was. I had the position. I was made directly with New York, and I didn't have to answer to nobody in my area.
I didn't watch the show, so I didn't really understand the magnitude or, like, you know, how big this moment was.
But you know what? When De Niro asked him to let the old lady stay, you know, and she has to stay with the dog. Well, God, that never started, huh? You know, that scene? And he was like, "Snoots."
Anytime I got to shoot at John's restaurant on East 12th Street, which was like a big mob hangout where like Joe the Boss Masseria would like hold court, and I got to work with Ivo Nandi, who played Joe the Boss. Those were some of my favorite scenes.
And the moment you walk in, I could recognize who's at the bar, who's at the table, FBI. And this is the first time that I meet Sonny Franchitti.
Matter of fact, outside the Bada Bing, Satin Dolls, we put a curtain in the parking lot. Everyone was wondering, why is that big curtain in the parking lot? We were rehearsing the hanging scene.
I'm living proof, guys. I'm living proof. I mean, no, I'm no millionaire or nothing, but listen, look at my life 4 years ago. I was in a fucking hotel. I was, you know, selling crack. I was snorting coke. I was drinking myself to fucking death. I was literally taking bags full of Ativan just because I wanted to die in my sleep. I was all alone, you know, and now I'm here. I have my family. I have a little bit of money in the bank. I got everything I want. And I got you guys in this channel. So if I can do it, any of you can do it. Gizzo. I'm back. D. Gainey, what up? What up? We got 7 people. Holy shit. What the fuck is going on tonight? My algorithm is not working well. It's already a year. I don't know what to make of this. Oh, does the room look different to you? Looks a little different to me too. I did this within the first 3 minutes of ending the last stream. Yep. I decided Rocky needs to be behind me on the wall. Why? I don't know. I don't like the bare wall thing. I might go through a number of different decorations before I get to what I really like. But for now, we're going to stick with this. Number of different backgrounds, you know. Adrian, that's right. Looks pretty even to me, too. I don't know. Maybe it knows I got mad at it and it fixed itself. Not sure. Maybe Rocky missed being on camera. We'll see. I'll give this a little bit, and then we'll decide if I'm going to keep going. But I do have a little smack to talk, so we'll see if we get an audience. Never know. 24 people. See how it goes here. This is a test. Something's going on tonight with the whole notifications and stuff anyway. There's got to be. But all it takes is 1 or 2 shows where my numbers are low and they're like, see, channel's dead. No more money. No more views. No more nothing. That's what their imaginations tell them. Wait, what was I just looking at? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Somebody brought up the futon. And of course it's you, gay Maltese vampire. You son of a bitch.
There's only one guy with a brand new futon, and it ain't FBS.
Here's another one.
Hey, you know where I live, FPS? You want to come down and show everybody how tough you are? I mean, I'm right here. I'm not going. I just got a futon. I'm not going nowhere.
That futon's long gone. He still hasn't gone anywhere. Deganey, Soretti, Beverly the Nice One, Martin, Gay Maltese Vampire, Bobby Berberian, and Danger Room. You think? Yeah, I do too, now that I put it back together. And I put the paid in full picture up there. Maybe I'll keep it this way. I'll take a look at it tonight on my TV and see what I think. But most likely not. Most likely I'll change it. Oh, look at that. Bobby Berberian with a $9.99 super chat. I'm shocked. Holy shit. Thank you, Bobby. Not because it's from you, but because I got a super chat. And there's only 33 people. $9.99 for 33 people isn't bad. Maybe I'll make a little money on this third stream of mine. Third stream in like 3 hours. Deganey. 25 in the chat, 20 botch. You've already incriminated yourself, FBS. Incriminated. The guys that gave me, oh man, what up, Isaac FDZ? Man, let me try this again. The guys that gave me a hard on my, the 20 guys that gave me a hard on my have left the futon kind of sticky afterwards. I think you missed a word or two there, but since you went there.
You guys on here, when you guys tell me you got 20 guys coming, I get a hard on. I'm like, 20 guys. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So, you have no idea. I got chicken skin right now. When you guys say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get 20 guys, 10 guys, 13 guys, they're coming down. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You don't know how excited I get. I get excited.
That one clip, it always makes you guys laugh. It's almost like it's one of the funniest things any of us have ever heard. This fucking Mr. Homophobia there is, excited when he knows 20 guys are coming for him. Very odd. Yes, I'm always cleaning this. Always. There's like a big giant mouse pad right here. It's about this wide and that, tall, whatever, long. I don't know, whatever the word is. I'm trying to, it must be clean. If I smoke a cigarette and an ash falls, I must take my trusty little towel here and wipe it off. The rest of it's carbon fiber, so not really a problem except for fingerprints. You know what I'm saying? Just explaining myself to you guys. He got chicken skin on his foreskin. Chris Thomas, hey FBS, I'm pretty new here. Oh, that's cool. Welcome, Chris. It's all right if you're new. It's good to see you. I never heard the phrase chicken skin until Pizza said it. I've always heard it called goosebumps. Yeah, me too. It's very odd, right? Let me see here. You know what I'm going to do tonight? I'm sure you do, Gay Maltese. I'm going to talk a little bit about something that went on SoFlo's show today. I got some questions for Carlos I'm going to be asking. Give me just 1 minute, guys. Actually, give me about 3 or 4 minutes if you can. I will be right back. Sorry, guys. Give me a. I thought Shannon was leaving. She's not leaving yet. So in a minute or two, I'll need a few minutes. Sorry about that. Chris Thomas, Nadu had Big Joe Gambino on. Do you know him? LOL Merlino was calling Joe out for acting like a gangster, then hanging out with rats. I don't know anything about Joe Gambino. I know who he is, but not really. Water break, yeah, not quite. Gay Maltese Vampire of Park Avenue. Carlos for a cash app. I will lend you my dentures. Chicago Muscle, yo, bro, just wanted to stop in and give you some love. Hope all is well. Gotta rock out. I have a baby coming at 6 a.m. Well, congratulations, bro. Thank you for stopping in. That's awesome. Let me see. Chicago says, chat, much love to you folks. D. Gainey said, CM, good luck to you tomorrow. Yeah, good luck, bro, for real. That's awesome. And I'm glad to hear about your son, Chicago. I had no idea. You know, I heard your show last night. I played it back today, I think. And I heard what you said about your son having cancer and beating it. That's great, bro. That really is, man. I'm very happy for you and your family, bro. That must have been hell going through that shit. Damien DeTore. Hey, Shags. Who's that? DZ, you. Yeah, it is. It is a blessing, Isaac. Is Jeff Canarsie alive? He went MIA. I think he's done with YouTube. I think he's going to do his podcast and shit. You know what I mean? And that's it. I think he's done, and I can't say I blame him. He doesn't need this shit. You know what I mean? He doesn't. He makes a living with his podcast. He don't need this bullshit. YouTube is a horrible place to be, man. It really fucking is. I know some of you guys probably think, oh, it's so fucking cool to, you know, to be able to do this for a living. I mean, kinda, I guess, in one way, but in a lot of other ways, no, it's terrible. The internet, horrible place to live. Paul Atkinson, you. Carlos the Pocket Boy Muniz, zipper check. Anyone needs servicing? I'm available. What the fuck? That's a. Oh wait, I think I did see that screen name yesterday or the day before, right? Yeah. Carlos used to have a full set of teeth until he stepped into my mother's erection. It knocked his teeth out. Motherfucker.
He steps 1 foot in my mother's direction, he's going to jail. So,
common sense. What's up, bro? Good to see you. It's always you always tend to see common sense like on the later shows. You know, I noticed that. At least for me. I want to talk about this Carlos thing. All right, this is what I want to bring up. Like, I don't talk about Carlos, you know, in any type of negative way or positive way. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'm the type of guy that if you're not talking about me, I just don't talk about you. Now, Carlos being with stand-up guy, while stand-up guy is trying all this horse shit with my wife and all that, yeah, that definitely warrants you know, a thrashing, you know. But you know, it's just not me. I don't really care. I have some history with Carlos here on MobTube, and I know how he is when he becomes friends with somebody and all that shit, you know. It's not that I think it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, for instance, you know, Carlos being supposedly so against MRE, but yet he's cool with his buddy, you know, kissing MRE's ass all fucking day and trying to be his friend. I don't understand that, but whatever. I don't have to. Oh, Pecker, Checker, FBS, do you mind standing up for us real quick? Sure, no problem. Here, where's the bag? Do I have to, wait, I'll stand. Let me get over here. Where's the bag at? I don't know. Who knows where it went? I must not have it on tonight. I don't know where I was at with the Carlos thing. Point is, I don't understand how he could be friends with somebody who's with such a horrible and who's. Let me try again. I don't see how he could be friends with somebody who's friends with such a horrible, disgusting individual such as MRE, a guy who stands for everything Carlos says he hates. I don't know, but I guess it's, it doesn't matter, if I understand it or not. And it's really not my business to an extent. Just meaning, why he's friends with stand-up guy and why he allows the MRE thing to slide. I don't know. I don't know, and I really don't care. I don't talk to Carlos, and I don't talk about him. But there's something I got to bring up. And guys, if you want, you could donate on this show gladly. I'd appreciate it, even if it's just a couple bucks, $10, whatever. This is my third time on tonight. I've been on for basically hours now, so I'd appreciate it. Even with only 70 for you, only a few you have to donate. You could make my night a little better, because hopefully I'll be making your night a little better. Carlos is Shug's spiritual advisor. Oh my God, thank you. No problem, anytime. Look, here goes Paul Atkinson again. 3 shows today, all donated to. I'm claiming it on taxes. There you go. Why not? Yes, you donated on 3 different shows today. Thank you, sir. Carlos is on Purple Nose panel as we speak. Carlos is a clown. Oh, is that why? Okay, I figured some other people had to be on, and there's drama happening somewhere. I've never watched that guy's show, and I never will. Anyway, I just want to say, and it doesn't even matter how many people are watching or anything. This is something I've been wanting to say, and I keep forgetting. But then today with SoFlo's show, it really made me think about it. If I were to ask Carlos one question right now, it would be, why do you seem to be obsessed with SoFlo? It's very weird. Like, those two hate each other, right? But Carlos calls him and texts him constantly every day. Now, it's weird. Like, if I talk shit about Carlos right now, he ain't going to text me. He ain't going to call me. I know, because I've done it, But if SoFlo trashes him, he calls him and he texts him and he always tries to talk to him. So today he called SoFlo's show, and I wish I would have gotten to hear the whole fucking thing. I asked SoFlo if he could put it on unlisted or something and send me the link, and he said he would, but he hasn't. So I would like to hear the whole, at least the Carlos part. I'd really like to hear the whole show. It would give me something to listen to tonight, as a matter of fact. But what I heard with Carlos was insanely funny, because SoFlo was just trolling him in real time. And that's hilarious, no matter how you slice it. You know what I mean? And Carlos was real serious and angry and yelling, and SoFlo's just making jokes about shit. Like I said on the end of the last show, Carlos is yelling and SoFlo's like, come on, Carlos, big dog. Tell me I don't look like Howard Stern with the wig on, big dog. I was dying in the Polo store, cracking the fuck up. Cracking up. That shit's funny. I just wish I would have gotten to hear the whole thing, but I do wonder, if you talk trash about me every day, I don't want no fucking parts of you, period. The whole Johnny Mac thing. There was times Johnny tried to reach out to me, and I even said to him in an email, I wished him well about something, but I said, I don't think there's any reason for us to speak. And then that was it. It kind of left off almost on a sort of friendly note, because I wasn't being a dick or anything. I just didn't understand any reason why we should talk to each other. And he wanted to talk at the time. And then he went ballistic and started doing shows every single day about me. But even he didn't call me all the time. And I certainly didn't call him all the time. I don't even understand what the goal is there. It appears that Carlos is trying to work it out with SoFlo. But why is that so important to you? I don't understand. And they're both on there saying horrible things about each other's families. It's what the fuck is going on? And SoFlo, the reason SoFlo is so funny is because he doesn't even block him. He just lets him call him and text him. That's because SoFlo lives for that shit. But I don't get it, guys. Why do that? You know what I mean? It's almost like you're chasing around your abuser. What do you get out of that? It doesn't make you look good. I don't understand. And I don't really honestly care to understand, but it's a good topic for the show. Because every time I talk to Sofla, he'll tell me Carlos texted him like 50 times that day or something. It's like, that's weird, man. Why? I don't get it. Well, not every time, but here and there, you know? And he says it on his show and stuff. I just don't understand. There's a lot of bizarre behavior on MobTube. We've talked about it a million fucking times. Like I said, I don't even consider myself part of MobTube anymore, but let's be honest. I mean, it doesn't matter if I consider myself part of it. I'm still somehow the biggest part of it. But shit like today, that stuff that happened on SoFlo's show, it's wildly entertaining. I know you guys love it. I love it. I'm just confused by it because, especially knowing, like, if you're Carlos and you know how SoFlo is, wouldn't your best bet to be, let me just leave this motherfucker alone? And I know Carlos, I'm not suggesting he backs down, but texting him and calling him and shit, I would be so confused. If I said and did things to let somebody know on a daily basis, I don't like them, I hate them, and I want nothing to do with them, and they kept texting me, I'd have to consider possibly trying to get them committed. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate to use an analogy of a serious life situation, but it's like a chick who keeps chasing her abuser. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking for more abuse. I don't understand it. You can get out, and I got to be careful I say this because a lot of those situations the woman can't get out of. But I mean, we're talking about a hypothetical here where, let's say the guy wanted nothing to do with her anymore, and all he ever did was abuse her, but she keeps chasing him and looking for more abuse. I don't understand it. I don't get the mentality. I don't get it. There's your dick bag. Damien, it's all good, man. Listen, I know some people can't, you know, it's just that I know some people can, you know, and they don't, a lot of them. YouTube is my life now. Give me a wrench. Not yet, Carlos. You got to work for it. Oh, look at Bobby over here. Look at this. Where'd it go? The fuck? Fuck a match. I dare you to donate. If you don't donate, you're a son of a bitch. Ah, beautiful, Bobby. Thank you for saying it so I didn't have to. So he's saying fuck match. He's daring you to donate. Now, you guys don't want to look like pussies, right? You don't want to back down to Bobby, do you? I mean, Bobby is daring. He's triple, double dog daring you. He didn't write that part on here. He texted it to me. He's triple, double dog daring you guys to donate. Don't go out like a pussy. You know, that's all I'm saying. I can still see that red mark on shirt. You know, now I'm starting to think you might be serious. Is there really a red mark? That would be heartbreaking because I think I've only worn this shirt once before. And it was probably about 6 months ago. Oh, War, I love you. Carlos wants SoFlo's love rocket like Suge wants your love rocket. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But he seems to be, I'm just going to be honest, man. He seemed to be impressed by SoFlo since the beginning, and I feel like he still is. I don't know. FBS, this would have never happened if you allowed Johnny Mac into the force. Just imagine if I would have just been like, all right, let me call the dude. I like to stay good with everyone so I can have a wrench in every chat in this genre. That is true about you. I've noticed that, Carlos. Then I will have truly succeeded. Yes. I'm the Thanos of YouTube wrenches. I remember NB in the beginning. I've lost my train of thought. Before she started making channels about me, or before she made a channel about me, I was making clip videos and shit. She had one about Carlos. I forget what it was called. Something about a wrench. Carlos, I forget, man. But at first she was kind of going after him with the stupid little like cartoon videos and shit. Yeah, constantly, War. Well, we know Carlos and Suge are not sexually confused. They take the love rocket. You think, huh? Danger Man 200, FPS perception is reality. Unfortunately, you are MobTube. Yeah, I know. I hate it, but it's true. Carlos, the most prized wrench on MobTube is the FPS wrench. That's true. It is. It is. Carlos is sucking purple nose hard right now. It's disgusting. Why? Why do people even talk to that fucking guy? You know how I feel about that. He's one of those guys, and from the minute I saw him, I said, yeah, no need to welcome him into this community. But I've said that about a lot of fucking people. You know, like the coffee guy, the Uncle Bad Touch, whatever you guys called him. And quite a few others. If I name them, I'll probably start a war, but I'm sure you can imagine. I'm talking about since the beginning. Pecker Checker 499, thanks for showing us your cock. No problem. Thank you for the 499, Pecker Checker. Guys, give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm back. Oh, another thing about Carlos. Well, this is about Carlos and Suge. No water break. No. And I would never say it that way. Sorry, guys. Give me the fuck? Shut up, fatty. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me catch up on some comments. No, the show isn't over. Peaceful Ice Soda. It's an interesting name. Let me see. Carlos demands will get you nowhere, but lots of cash might. Yeah, very true. Very true. I give the best handies this side of the Mississippi. Let me see here. All right, that's it. If you were to pick the most unlikely pair of friends, you know what I mean? Like the two people who you would think couldn't be any different than each other, who would those two people be? There might be a lot of, combinations, but who would you think, considering, what we've been talking about and stuff? I mean, I'm kind of giving it away to you. Abbott and Costello. Pretty good, actually, but no, that's not who I'm talking about on this show. And of course, I would mean Mob, too. What is Uncle Fireball Mitch? What is that? Is that somebody? Is there somebody here named that? Oh, you talking about Uncle Mitch? He was drinking the Fireball that night. Is that what you call him now? Uncle Bad Touch an Angel. That would be weird, but anyone in pizza. Very true. But no, what I'm getting at is Carlos and Suge. If you really think about it, it's a very strange pair. Carlos is a Puerto Rican guy, I think, originally from the Bronx, and kind of a street guy. And Suge is a how do I put this? He's gay for a man, lesbian for a woman. No. Straight for a woman. I'm sorry. Gay for a man, straight for a woman. I don't know how to word it, but he is a half Italian, half Jewish, whiny little Yenta broad from Long Island. Even though he doesn't live in Long Island, and I don't think he ever did. You know what I mean? He sounds like that, at least. And we do know that he's flimsy. You know what I mean? So as a man, he would be a gay man. As a woman, he would be a straight woman. So I'm not really sure exactly what to call it. But it's an interesting pair, isn't it? How do two people like that become friends exactly? I don't know. What could they possibly have in common? The only reason I'm even talking about Carlos or any of this shit right now is two reasons. Number one, I have nothing else to talk about. And number two, it's just on my mind from the SoFlo show today. It was funny. It was definitely funny. And don't even give SoFlo the chance to do that to you. It's a bad move. Oh, shit. But first, coffee. Yeah, that fucking guy, man. That dude. I hear he's back around and he's just wasted out of his fucking mind. I think he's doing the horse racing shit again or something. A very strange guy. They both love cot. Oh, I can't say that for sure about Carlos. I can say that about Suge. Suge is a gay man. So is Carlos, obviously. No, I wouldn't put that on Carlos. I don't think Carlos is gay. I think he has very weird taste in friends. But I think it's it could be anybody with Carlos. He's been friends with like MRE. He's been, well, let's face it. I mean, when MRE was exposed by yours truly for being a Nazi, Carlos was one of the people that stood by him and said, no, I don't believe he's a racist. There's no way he's a neo-Nazi. But then I guess he had an epiphany somewhere along the line, and then they were enemies. And supposedly they're still enemies, but his best friend is best friends with MRE. I'm going to tell you this. Forget about friends of mine from the past and stuff. it could be anybody. I'll just say that. But like, say right now, SoFlo, like I woke up tomorrow and SoFlo was now friends with MRE. Got to go our separate ways, SoFlo. You know what I mean? It could be anybody. It could have been any of my YouTube friends over the past 3 years. Well, at least since we found out about MRE. You know what I mean? And I'm just using him for an example. There's a lot of people. You know, that I definitely have to probably end a friendship over. You know? I don't understand this theory about, you know, you don't agree with what MRE does, but yet you could be friends with a guy who does agree with what MRE does. You know what I mean? I mean, stand-up douche said the other day, well, maybe it was a week, 2 weeks, whatever, that he doesn't care if you're a white supremacist or a neo-Nazi, I think he said in his chat, or if you support neo-Nazis, or if you're a racist or you support racists. He don't care. That's what he said. You're welcome in his chat. How does a guy like Carlos just, how's he okay with that? I don't know. Carlos got a wrench in I Want to Talk podcast. Maureen Mo, too. They are classic wrench tomatoes. I never heard that expression before. The enemy of your enemy is not your friend. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Like, there's situations where, like, for instance, say me and MRE are enemies, which we are, okay? And then tomorrow, a new enemy of MRE's comes along, and then we somehow wind up, you know, corresponding with each other, and, you know, whether through email, whatever it may be, and or just from doing our shows, somehow we become friendly. Then the enemy of your enemy can be your friend. But if you make friends with enemies because they're also the enemy of your enemy, does that make sense? Then yeah, that most likely is not your friend, you know. But there's certain people on here who've made an art out of that, you know. There's lots of them. You know me, damn near anybody I fight with will wind up becoming friends with my enemies. But there's a lot of reasons for that, and mostly it's because they're weak people, you know. I never had to do it, and I never will have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody thinks I'm cool with Chicago and SoFlo now just because we have common enemies, no. If I'm cool with somebody, there's, you know, reasons I feel that are legit. You know what I mean? Like, I've made a decision about something. That's all. You know, me and SoFlo, while we were were at war with a lot of other people, but that didn't make us friends then. We hated each other. You know what I mean? So anytime you see me with somebody who was my enemy, you know what I mean? Whether you see me with them on YouTube or speaking well of them in some way, you know, it doesn't mean that I've teamed up with them to go after a common enemy. I've never had the need for it. I am great at going after my fucking enemies. In my opinion, I'm the absolute best at it. At going after whoever, you know what I mean? So I never needed to team up with anybody. So if I'm cool with, like, say Chicago, some of you guys don't understand. I told you, you know, what went on between me and Chicago went on between me and Chicago. And he went away, which I actually respected because he did it for his family's sake. And then when he came back, you know, he was being very friendly towards me. And then when my mom got that horrible news, I truly believe from the bottom of his heart he was concerned, and he expressed that concern. And some things I can let go when it comes to something that serious. You know what I mean? And, you know, no matter who it might be, I'm never teaming up with anybody to go after enemies. That's not me. You know what I mean? I don't need to. And neither of those guys do either, SoFlo or Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're the three worst people you could ever have after you. You know what I mean? Period. Because independently, we're pretty fucking vicious all by ourselves. You know, we don't need a team. But as a team, we're really fucking dangerous. Everybody's worst fucking nightmare. The last three people you'd ever want going after you at the exact same time. He's SoFlo in Chicago. I mean, it just doesn't get worse. Anybody want to donate? There's only 75 of you, but any one of you can donate. Anybody who's watching, even if you're not in the chat, you feel like throwing a donation in Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, you feel like maybe a super chat, a super sticker, feel free. What? Wait a minute. What does that say? The pretty. Well, you're first of all, you're. I guess you're insulting Jesse. You fucking pig. Hey, Simps in the chat. Hold on. I don't have Simps here. You got the wrong chat. This guy flip flops friends constantly, and now has a guy he said was an R worder and the redneck version of Tony Pizza all up his ass crack head. Or I'm sorry. All up his crackhead ass, my bad, while you guys cheer them on. How do I flip-flop constantly on friends? Can you tell me? I'm curious. Give me examples. I mean, you're going to say Chicago and Tony. It's up to you if you call that flip-flopping. If being friends with somebody, then not being friends with them, then being friends with them again, just that is flip-flopping, and it's not just changing your mind. That's up to you. But since I'm doing it, you'll call it flip-flopping. Like, let's just say, God forbid me and Shanna separated tomorrow, and then we got back together. Would that make me a flip-flopper? Or would that just mean maybe there was problems that led us to separate temporarily? And you know what I mean? Like, in other words, how about with Chicago, for example? I was never friends with Chicago until recently. Never. We always hated each other. So we went from hating each other always to not hating each other anymore and being friends. So that's a flip-flopper? How? That's called changing your mind. Flip-flopping, you stupid bitch, is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's flip-flopping. You know what I'm saying? That's flip-flopping. Flip-flopping is constantly changing your mind, not just changing your mind. You know what I mean? I think it's fair to say that most of the people I've ended friendships on here, or ended friendships with on here, those friendships have stayed ended. Who have I gone back to being friends with again that I ended a friendship with? And mind you, I've ended all my friendships. So who have I gone back to being friends with? All you could say is SoFlo. It's the only one. But what you fail to realize, you stupid bitch, is that me and SoFlo were really friends. We weren't just two guys that talked every now and then and were on each other's panels here and there. We actually hung out on several occasions. You know what I mean? I was at his house. I ate dinner with his family. You know what I mean? I was more friends with SoFlo than I have been with anybody on here ever on MobTube. Name somebody else I spent time with in person that I was, that close with. There isn't anybody. You know what I mean? Out of everybody on here, I've hung out with Nadu a little bit here and there. Joey Dimes. Joey Dimes is somebody I'm very close with. Very, very close with. We've met up in person and shit. A couple of other people I've met in person. But who have I spent the amount of time with that I have with SoFlo? In real life. You know what I mean? So That's what makes me a flip-flopper, because me and Chicago were never friends. So we didn't go from friends to enemies to friends. We went from enemies to friends. And everybody else, how many friendships have I ended on here? It's got to be, if you really think about everyone, a fucking lot that I've ended. How many have I gone back to being friends with again? I'm curious. Guys, let me know. Maybe there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, I've hung out with Drager too. I'm curious. Tell me, guys. I want to know how I'm a flip-flopper. I've always been the last person you could say that about. There's just no flip-flopping. But if you're talking about this, that's all I could tell you is that me and SoFlo, we talked about it today. We were actually really friends in real life, not just on the computer or on MobTube. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit different. You know, it's a little bit different. But trust me, any other friendships I've ended, they will stay ended no matter what. I can't fall and hit my head hard enough to reconcile with certain people. You know, trust me. There will be no more being friends again. So I guess I just blew your stupid argument out of the water, you fucking dumb bitch. Sound about right? I think so. Pardon me for my absence. I'm in 175 chats right now. My mouth hurts and my wrench finger is aching. I'm surprised Carlos don't have a wrench in FBS's chat. No, he did at the very beginning. This is where he started out at. He had a wrench here for a long time. For a long time. Jeff Canarsie is one dangerous mofo. What do you mean? If he goes after you like verbally on here? Yes, yeah. Paul, I think you're right. Carlos, the Pocket Boy Muniz, it's all about the numbers. Paul, my life has more value with every wrench I get. I'm the envy of my neighborhood. That's funny. Same to you, Drager. Good to see you, bro. Anybody want to donate? Anybody? I know there's people watching who aren't even in the chat who might want to donate. I mean, for fuck's sake. This is my third show in the last, 3 or 4 hours. I told the gang members on my block I have a wrench in Angel Gotti's chat, and after they knocked my last tooth out, they said, good job. A little mind changing is not flip-flopping. No, it's not. You could change your mind. But meanwhile, the real flip-floppers, they won't call them flip-floppers. No, it's just me. If I change my mind about anything, I'm a flip-flopper. Meanwhile, I've stuck to my fucking principles and beliefs and everything more than fucking damn near anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had my integrity intact. You know what I'm saying? I got rid of fucking people who were donating a fortune to me just because they tried to pull some bullshit. You know, I don't give a fuck.
Emma? Who? Charles Darwin's wife.
Really? Who's Charles Darwin?
They came up with this.
That's it, guys. I'm out of here. Did you all hear that? I want to know if you all heard that. Yeah, good idea, Paul. Hold on, let me just If the worst they could say you're doing is flip-flopping, you should be good. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mike Marone, I wish I had an opinion. I really don't. I don't know much about that dude. Oh, of course, we are friends. I love you too, man. Always. I'm your friend in real life, cousin. Always was. Now, I know, bro. I know. Would you kiss Anthony Raimondi? No, I wouldn't. I think they called you bad words, swear words. Yeah, Jay Adams, you're correct. Paul Atkinson, $5. Fuck, you got me again. Fuck yeah. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you very, very much. Who's Charles Darwin? You believe this shit? I can't even believe it. I almost had to listen to it again because I had something crazy in my ear the first time. I was hearing a lady saying, "Who's Charles Darwin?" What in the fuck? How far do I want to go with this? Miss Charlie Steen, hi FBS. The SoFlo thing is weird, but Carlos will never sit on a panel. That's slag. What does that mean? Oh yeah, no. That's another reason I don't trash Carlos, because I'm not like, I'm not going hard on him tonight trying to trash him or anything. I'm kind of being comical about it. But one of the reasons I don't trash Carlos is because I know that he at least tries. I know this for a fact. At least try, like with Suge. I know for a fact that he stopped Suge from going after Shanna for quite a while. But eventually, Suge was going to do it no matter what. I know that he has stood up for Shanna many times, and I know that I don't know about him not being on a panel if someone's trashing me. If not, that's good. But I didn't know that. If that's the case, I just know that from what I hear, when people bring up Shanna, he disappears, and I give him credit for that. That's another reason I have a hard time. I can't trash Carlos. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but it's true. Natural Selection, ring a bell. Yeah, she's not familiar with that. Jesus fucking Christ. Darwinism? I mean, God, Angel, come on. When I first, the clip, I don't know if the person who sent it wants to say who they are, but when I first saw the clip, I saw whose show it was. I thought it was going to be Kane Shade saying something stupid. You know what I mean? Was it Mikey Scars or Mikey DiLeonardo? You remember that shit? He didn't say Mikey Scars. That would have been even funnier. But he was talking about Mikey Scars. Who's Charles Darwin? Yeah. Oh, my God. What up, Matty G? Theory of evolution, ring a bell at all? I can't believe that Angel doesn't know. Let's just hope. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, let's hope that Angel, it was just things were going fast. Somebody brought up Charles Darwin and, it didn't hit her right away. You know what I mean? But let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Do you want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, no, she really knows who Charles Darwin is or was, or do you want to just go with, yeah, there's definitely no chance she knows who Charles Darwin was. Charles Darwin was. What do you think? I can't make up my mind on that one. Charles Darwin was a Gambino enforcer with pizza. Carlos the Pocket Boy Muniz, 99 cents. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Who was that? Who asked who Charles Darwin was? That was the one and only Angel Gotti. Let's hear it again. This comment from the person who sent the video said, now I know why Angel never played Jeopardy. She just reads the questions. She thought Charles Darwin was the prosecutor in the OJ trial. Hold on, wait a minute.
Emma?
Who?
Charles Darwin's wife.
Really? Who's Charles Darwin?
They came up with this little theory called evolution.
Okay. I'm thinking of the prosecutor in the O.J. Simpson case.
It wasn't a Charles Darwin.
Wasn't his name Darwin or something like that? I forgot what his name is, but yeah. So
I didn't hear it. I cut it off the first time. I didn't know she really thought it was the prosecutor in the O.J. Simpson trial. I thought you were fucking around. I cut it off by accident somehow the first time I played it. Holy shit. The guy said, the guy who created the theory of evolution. Even he didn't believe she didn't know. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Survival of the fittest. Yes, sir. Charles Darwin was wrong. Anyway, we didn't come from monkeys. Monkeys are still here. Well, that's kind of a weak argument when it comes to the theory of evolution. That doesn't mean anything. Different species and stuff, they can evolve and still be what they originally started out as. I know it's confusing, but anyway, Darwin, honest mistake if you're a total moron. Yeah, I think you're right. Darden. I don't know. You'd have to ask Common or somebody. All right, guys, I'm out of here. We're at the hour mark. I'm good for the night. I'm done. Thank you for everything. I love you all. And until next time, salute.